Hey my friends, welcome back. Yeah, today's video we're gonna paint something green. Gonna paint some sunflowers. Yeah, we start by mixing the color for the background. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of a alla prima painting more or less. No real underpainting. Yeah, therefore I mixed some colors for the back, as you can see here. Some different blue tones. Basically very simple. Setting in the colors side by side. Wiping off the excessive amount of color. Then you just blend, and on the canvas that I'm using here, it's even easier than on my usual HDF plate that we usually use for most of the paintings here on this channel. Grabbing some smaller brush here to basically put the color around the pre-sketch more or less. And then I decided to put in some clouds on the still wet surface here. And it went pretty well, very easy. Just grab some lighter color here and kind of blend it into the still wet color that we have applied before. And make it a bit bubbly, kind of give it a bit volume and some nice blending here, and we end up with a very nice small cloud here that we added basically where we're going. Again, some more bubbly effects here, some bit more lighter color, fuzzy edges. These are the brushes we're gonna use for the greens more or less. We remixed again the colors I had, more or less, as you can see here. And the trick here is to mix the colors not too thin. As you can see here, they need to cover the white perfectly in just one sitting. Another hint, I let the blue of the color of the sky completely dry. So it's a bit easier to then get into the greens here. You can see here I'm using different brushes for each different color that we have on the palette. This really is easier to keep the colors clean. And you also see that I'm working at least in some areas with the method of kind of thinning out the colors a bit. As you can see here now, we see the white of the canvas pretty much, or pretty strong, shining through more or less. And this is a very nice trick to not feel a need to mix 25 different lighter green colors, but just one. And when you apply this color a bit thinner, you can basically use the white of the canvas to modulate this color more or less. It looks at the moment completely weird, I know, but all I do is kind of building up the volume that we have on sleeve here by just constantly adding more color here and there. Again, letting the color fade out on the brush here and there. And this is basically the principle, the base principle for the whole greens on this painting here. Again, you don't have to mix 25 different greens here. You see I'm mostly using 3 different greens here. This very dark one on the top part of the palette is hardly used. I'm just going back, adding some more, in this case darker color, to just kind of flesh it out. I'm using a bit of a thicker layer in places. You already see that I'm adding now the details here, and I of course had to remix kind of a lighter color for the very light colors we need to apply here. This is very a very easy way of building up with a kind of a limited palette, very quick, kind of a detailed look. A bit further down the road we have now this bigger leaf here, and I just want to show you how bad it looks when you start to paint, kind of, when you start to apply the first layer of color. It looks completely flat, and then I start to put in details. See here, I'm getting kind of a reflection on this kind of a crack on this leaf here. Adding dots, adding reflections, adding spots where we have the light bouncing off very fine lines. You can see here, this one. Adding dots here and thicker parts of the reflections that we have in here. And with this way of slowly building up, adding color to the color that we applied before, you can really very simple build up details. And now we finally get to the, I think, most important part for you, I guess. We paint now the main figure, the center sunflower here. Again, I'm putting in the lighter color first, grabbing a different brush to keep the brush clean. I'm using different brushes for different colors, and start to build up roughly the shape, this characteristic shape and way of how such a leaf of a sunflower looks like, more or less. I'm showing you how I build up the shadow beneath one of those leaves. Basically adding the darker color first, and then I go back and add some those more yellowish colors. It looks very flat, kind of, at the moment. And then I'll go back and grab with a very soft round brush here and add those details. Getting darker a bit in the shadow areas here and there. And you see it's all about details. No, well, not in all the cases, but some areas you have to readjust here and there. And then we start to build up kind of the center part. And as you can see, it's a very, very, very dark color on some of these areas. And on the top part, I'm again using the background quite a bit. Applying not such a thick layer of color. It's a very thin one. And with this, reusing the white of the canvas, basically, you can adjust the color just like the same that we did with the greens, with the green leaves. And again, it looks at the moment not so nice, but when you really start to build up the very dark areas that we do here, for example, and the lighter areas on top, you really kind of start to feel the 3D of this object, more or less. And again, I'm very heavily using the dry brush technique. Again, using lots of the white of the canvas to let it shine through. And then, going back and adding the detail parts around this area here again. Note we have different colors here. We have this bit reddish one. We also have this more brownish one in the center part. And I'm constantly readjusting those colors, adding lighter and darker colors here and there. Now I'm building up those rough details that we have in the center part. And Yeah, this color still wet, don't get me wrong. I'm now mixing this lighter color here and start to dab this color onto the still wet color that we applied before. So yeah, basically kind of you see, was too similar, so I have to go back and kind of mix the color that we need for the center part here. And just dabbing in those details, those little bits and parts that really need to be in to make it look realistic. But again, it's not highly realistic. I'm just hinting those details here. And then I go back and grab a flat soft brush and use the edge to dab in just more of those details. Yeah, and this is now the finished painting. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye.